Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Spring Porter with Spring Solutions LLC. In this video, I'm going to be doing something slightly different. I want to start getting into wholesaling in real estate in the state of Maryland, dealing with pre-foreclosures and bankruptcy foreclosures. So I'm going to start showing you maybe a few videos on how to get into that. If I get a few deals under my belt, I will possibly just make a whole nother segment and maybe even a course on how to do this. This is just my initial go at it here. I've made a few calls here and there, and some people just changed their mind. So I haven't had a full deal yet, but I am in the process of working on that. So if you're interested in learning how to read the court docket for foreclosures, if you're wanting to get into wholesaling without putting any money down, stay tuned. Please note that I am not a real estate agent. I don't have a license, and I'm not an attorney. So this information is strictly for researching purposes only if you're interested in wholesaling. So Maryland has this case search, as most states do. Again, it could be county specific or state specific. In the state of Maryland, you don't have to have a login to do this. It's a free site. I'm not sure if this applies to the state that you're in, but just find this information out wherever you are. So here's the case search in Maryland. I'm going to continue here. And what you can do, or why this is important, actually I should back up before I start searching. This is important, as I mentioned before, because bankruptcy cases are going to be on the rise. Foreclosures are going to be on the rise, unfortunately. We're going to head toward an economic downturn, and it's happening as we speak. There is a CARES Act out there that has postponed foreclosures from happening, but that is just a window of time. That's only like 90 to 180 days. Once that time frame goes, people are still going to be at square one, struggling to pay their bills because, again, some people have lost their jobs. Some people, the companies have closed. There's just so much going on right now. So it's important to learn this now so that when it skyrockets, you will be the ones that's on the receiving end of it. You will have a certain skill set that will allow you to actually benefit from this. And not only that, you're actually helping people, to believe it or not. Some people file bankruptcy because they are behind on their mortgage. They don't have the money to do it, and they think that nobody is going to sell it. They can't list it. So there are options available to them. They can either, try to sell it and make, you as a wholesaler could flip it, and then you could make money that way. Or maybe the realtor will want to do a short sell, right? So there's other ways that you can help them, and you're coming to them to see if you can just assist them in this process. So look at it that way. Don't look at it as in terms of, oh, I'm just going to make a quick, few $1,000s here or there, because that may not happen. Go in with the mindset that you're trying to help people, with another option that they never, considered. All right. So here is case search. So I don't have an actual last name per se. I'm going to just type in the letter B, and I'm going to do a civil search because foreclosures are civil cases, and in the state of Maryland, they're in circuit court. So I'm going to select those two options. I apologize if you hear my son. He is here with me while I'm trying to work. So I'm going to click Anne Arundel County. Now you could click all counties, like default all, but let's make it very specific. Now there is a range of dates that I can pick. I want a very narrow time frame because you want to check and catch the foreclosures before they close and they're end. You want to catch it before the home is actually sold. So you want to catch the foreclosure at its infant stage, and in that case, maybe let's do May because we're already in July. So let's do like the end of May up until today's date, right? And so from there on, you want to click search. So it's going to pull up every person with the last name B, and for these particular months here, only in one county. So let's see what we have. And then in addition to that, you want to maybe have up Zillow so you can see generally what the house may look like, or just maybe the value or estimated value of it. So in the state of Maryland, for the case type, that's what you're looking at. It should say something like FCLO or FL. That means foreclosure. So none of these work here. And here it is. Here's one. So it's James Clark versus William Bowling. All right, so we're going to click into this case. And this is for Anne Arundel County, right? And so the filing date of this foreclosure is June the 16th. So this is really new. So what you want to do is, you can actually see if someone has filed bankruptcy too on here, but don't let that stop you either, because you can always check Pacer. Check it and see where they are in their case. You can still contact them and see if they want to sell their house, right? So from here, take their address, maybe plug it in Zillow and see what it looks like. So, and again, the homeowner is always listed as defendant. So we're going to type 328 Cool Breeze Court. This is in Pasadena, Maryland. So we have an estimated value of the home at $254. It may or may not be accurate, but again, it says estimate. And then there's a payment of about $1,200. So what you could do your normal skip tracing. See if you can contact the homeowner. Find out, and this is a conversation that you want to have prior, with your investor or your realtor that you're working with. Find out what they want to know. Do they want to know the whole note, what's left on the note? They want to know if there's any liens on the property. They want to know, like, in arrears, like how many months they're behind possibly. Is there any damage to the property? There are so many videos out there that talk about wholesaling, and there are lots of information. There's courses on it where people do this full time. Again, so maybe go to your sources first. Find out from the realtor first. If you have your own home, the person who sold you your home, ask them, call them and say, hey, I'm interested in getting into wholesaling. That's what I did. Do you know anyone who wants to work with wholesalers? How can we make this work? What information do you need from me? And then if you are going to do some of the legwork, like I'm going to do the research part of it, and then after I've talked to them, to the homeowner, I can give that information over to the realtor or investor, and then they will take it from there. You could probably go at the homeowner's house and take pictures and look at the property and kind of assess what needs to be fixed, if anything. And then or you can have the actual realtor do that. So you have to have some kind of dialogue first. But at any rate, you want to go to your skip tracing, whatever tool you use, and you want to plug in the address so that you can try to get a telephone number or a email address. And this is just your normal skip tracing. So this is in Maryland, Pasadena. This is the husband, and this is their address, and these are the telephone numbers, and these are some email addresses, right? So this is what you do. I mean, you're calling to see basically if you can assist them, give them another option. You understand that you've got their contact information from a court docket of a list of possible foreclosures. You wanted to offer them another way out. Would they be interested in maybe selling their property? You were a wholesaler in that state. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about the property? So you create a script and you go from there. And then hopefully, if this is a deal, then you can get a finder's fee from it, right? So that is sort of the background way to find a list of foreclosures. But I didn't spend any money. All of this was right online. I didn't go around looking for ugly houses where you drive for cash. No, you want to check. And this is just another way of doing it. There are some people that do it that way and it works for them. But again, if you're at home with your kids and you just, we're still in the middle of a pandemic. You can't always drive around and go everywhere. So things that you can do from home is check the court websites. You want to check it before it goes to foreclosure. Now, and I'm looking on Zillow, it doesn't say anything on here that this is a foreclosed home. So you're catching it before it hits the market. If it hits the market, you're kind of too late because other people are already looking into it. So the important thing is to catch it before it even becomes, visible on these particular real estate sites. All right. So that's my tidbit of information on wholesaling. I'm just getting into this. I really want to make this work in addition to bankruptcy unclaimed funds. And like I mentioned, if this goes really well, I'm going to continue a whole nother segment on wholesaling with foreclosures. And I'll just keep doing videos on this as well, and maybe if it goes well enough, I may do a whole course on this too. So this will be to be determined, and I thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Please also note that my course is still available for bankruptcy unclaimed funds. My coaching is still available. Please check all links in the description box, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.